All right, Cappy. Final week of the regular season is here, and the Chiefs are hot again.
Again,
Uh,
did you
three
have
straight, three straight victories. I like to see the close playoff style matchup against Portland last Wednesday,
me too,
and then getting a couple of big wins over Seattle and Portland. They stay hot against the U.S. division.
which is nice,
It is, but at the same time, right now, it pretty much is guaranteed that we will be playing a BC division team in the first round,
right?
and we have struggled greatly against the BC division this year.
We've struggled greatly against a lot of teams this year, regardless of their division.
Mainly the BC division. We've been pretty good against the US. Uh,
Overall, yeah,
that being said, winning the season series with Victoria, splitting with the Giants, losing to Kamloops, PG Kelowna, and tying with Penticton. So, right now it's looking like we're either going to play PG or Kelowna still. There still is a small chance that Seattle can catch us, but if the Chiefs get one more victory in the last three games, then that'll be out of the question. So right now the Chiefs are sitting in fifth in the Western Conference.
did you ever see Seattle as being close to catching us?
At the start of after the trade deadline, I really didn't.
I
But
felt like they were improving, but I didn't expect them to be right behind us, basically.
well, right now it's pretty much it's going to be a battle for the eighth and final spot between
Yeah,
Seattle, Portland, and Victoria. Seattle currently sitting in sixth, and then Portland and Victoria are tied in the eighth spot.
let's get Portland out of the playoffs.
That's what I'm really hoping for.
That would be a win for us
You
in a
know,
lot of ways.
Portland's a team that's really been struggling lately too. Seattle's been
They
hot. The
have.
Chiefs have been hot. Kamloops has been right kind of struggling, and same with Victoria. So I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see. Um, Chiefs did eliminate the Americans on Saturday night after stomping on them 7-2,
That was
just
nice,
adding a little bit of insult to injury with that. Tri-City really struggling down the stretch here. They were, I want to
big
say,
time.
1-14 in their last 15 or something like
Did they
that.
actually win one of those 15? I thought
Yeah,
that
they won an overtime game against Seattle,
did
but
they?
or it might have been even been a shootout to be honest. But yeah, they did squeeze one out, but other than that, they've been struggling. But yeah, right now the Chiefs sitting in fifth in the Western Conference, a point ahead of Kamloops. So as of right now, playoff start today, we would play Prince George. But that Prince George and Kelowna are neck and neck, 1 point separating them too. So I mean, either way, it's still up in the air who we're gonna play, but it's more than likely gonna be one of those two teams in the first round.
Nice.
Um, yeah, to be honest, I don't really know which one I'd rather play.
I don't think it matters at this point. I just like the fact that we're playing more consistently. Even the last road trip we had where we lost a few games in there and stuff too. I felt like we were very competitive. We weren't blown out of the building like we were before all that trade deadline stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree for sure. And I saw as the road trip got on, it got better and better too.
It did.
Even that first Kelowna game, I thought, despite the couple of defensive lapses that ended up in the back of our net, I thought we played okay. We didn't play, it wasn't
Yes.
atrocious like it was the first part of the season.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that is a positive. And then obviously coming back to the U.S. division and playing those three games against PG or Portland, Tri, and Seattle, and getting pretty substantial wins, I think is really going to help boost our confidence. And then we got the 3-3 to end the regular season this weekend.
They're playing good at the right time. We talked about that about a month ago that it kind of wasn't going to boil down to that. We kind of harked back to when COVID hit and we were playing well right before everything got shut
Yeah.
down too. And it was the right time of year to be playing well, and we're doing it again this year. Obviously, we're going to have the playoffs, but
Right.
and not COVID, but we're doing that similar type thing again.
Well,
We're
it's just nice that we were able to finally clinch that playoff spot too. My concern going into this weekend with, Seattle try and then Seattle again on Sunday is now that we've clinched, are we going to take our foot off the gas pedal, even though we're still kind of in a battle here? I'd like to see us continue our winning ways going into the playoffs. I think
yeah,
that's going to be a huge factor whether, we play our game in the postseason.
yeah. Let's just play our game and not try to get fancy with anything, and not try to make any outcomes actually happen other than just winning. and just
No,
let
yeah,
let
yeah,
let the chips fall where they fall. I agree.
exactly.
I agree.
Um, Going back to that game against Portland at the arena, just a note before the Winterhawks have not beaten the Chiefs since the middle of the regular season last year.
That's
And
crazy.
something about me being the toxic Portland hating fan that I am really just brings out like just so much joy in me that I can't even like describe it. Like
your whole
it's
your
you
whole
know
demeanor changes when that happens. I like it.
exactly. I mean it just it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside and I really hate that franchise so much and just knowing that they were so good for so long and the Chiefs come in the last couple of years and just completely utterly dominate them
I was going to
is
say, what
so
makes you
good.
hate them so much? The fact that
There's a lot of things. I mean, there really is a lot of things.
we I know personally a lot of it is their fan base.
Yeah, the fan base is, they're the worst. They are
Yeah,
so bad. They're just the
and
most obnoxious fan base.
we almost have to give credit to the fan base for this spinoff for us doing a podcast because it didn't start as a podcast. It started with a meme page
Yeah, back in the day,
back
about
in the day
13 years ago.
when we hated Portland, and the only way we could get a little digs in was to create memes. And
Yeah.
now we can talk about it on a podcast.
Exactly. I mean, we had to stay somewhat neutral with that meme page, although back then, me being in high school and TC being in high school and you coming
Yeah,
in after a couple of years too. We kind of started to, we tried to stay neutral for the most part, but
we
man,
tried,
there's just something about that franchise that I cannot stand, and the fans are definitely a big portion of it.
and their GM for us,
Yes, for sure.
a
Um,
past head coach of theirs as well.
but that being said, going back to this game, I thought. I mean, this felt as close to a playoff game as you're going to get in the regular
It
season.
did
I think the Chiefs played very, very well. First period, honestly, dominated by the Chiefs, out shooting Portland 13-5. Portland would get the only goal of the first period, though, on the power play. But the Chiefs would answer back very early in the second period with a power play goal of their own from Coco Armstrong's 22nd of the year. And then later in the period, Tyus Sparks would get his 27th of the year to put us up 2-1. And then one little defensive lapse in this game with that Chiefs had a power play late in the second period, and Alex Weiermeyer just kind of walking around all four of our guys shorthanded and scoring a beautiful goal. I mean,
it was
it was a hell of a goal, but obviously
yeah
something that was easily avoidable and something
yeah
that they're going to need to clean up come postseason next week.
yeah.
But
He
uh,
went around them like there were cones out there.
yeah, you got to give him credit though. I mean, that was a hell of a
It
goal.
was it was
Um,
that kid's good.
he's very good. So, it's tied at two after the second period, going into the third period. And second period, again, right down the middle, even 11 shots apiece, felt like a playoff style game. And third period was exactly the same way. The podcast bump from Ethan Hughes, um,
Continues
12 minutes into the third period, getting the Chiefs on board. A really nice play from Burkhardt coming down the wall there and throwing the puck out front, landed right on the tape of Hughes, who buried it. It would be the eventual game-winning goal. So nice to have that kind of to boost our egos a little bit because we had him on the podcast the night before.
exactly.
Podcast bump for Hughesy and the Chiefs face a flurry of shots there late in the game. Portland with the goalie pulled, and a couple of huge blocks from Coco Armstrong there that got the crowd really
Big time,
popping, and and the Chiefs end up squeaking away with a 3-2 win to complete the season series sweep of Portland. So I
which
am
is
so
always a good
thrilled
thing.
about. I can't get over how happy I am about this. Um, and I think winning that close game against Portland kind of
Prior,
helped the guys bounce back a little bit after playing well but losing all three games the previous
right?
weekend on the road.
It's nice to see something for your hard work and not a loss. Exactly.
Yeah, like we talked about, I don't think we played bad on that road trip, but
No,
I think if you come out and play the same way that you did, and you have a more positive result, it's like okay,
we're doing the right
we're good,
things.
we're doing the right things, and we
Yeah.
just got to continue doing it. And boy, I'll tell you, Friday night against Seattle, they sure as hell did.
Yes, they did.
I don't think I said this out loud, but I was thinking it in my head. I think that was one of the more complete games that we played all season.
You did say it out loud.
I mean, all around, it was very, very a complete team effort. I
Yeah.
saw a lot of good things. 3 for 3 on the penalty kill, one
How
for two on
nice
the
was
power
that to
play,
see? Yeah.
dominating the face-off battle, winning the shot battle 40-28, and
I
picking up.
I didn't realize we won the face off battle on that one.
Mhm. Yeah, Owen Martin with the power play goal halfway through the second period. So, first period, a couple of back and forth chances for each team. And I thought that, the Chiefs played very, very well defensively in front of Essler, but Essler was also lights out in this
He was
game.
dialed.
And another thing that is good to see is good to see Linus Viard back on the bench too.
I agree. I agree.
Hasn't played since before his injury, but he is back on the bench and is backing up Ezzy. So that is a good sign for the Chiefs as well. He's officially off the injury report as of this week as well. So
Oh, good.
um, Owen Martin with that power play goal halfway through the second period to get the Chiefs on the board, first goal of the game, and then again, just I'd say even that second half of that second period was a really back and forth. Both teams had some
It was.
chances. Both teams had power plays. Um, just nobody was able to score on either goaltender until 25 seconds into the third period. It all started coming together for the Chiefs. Coco Armstrong with his 23rd goal of the year. And then 14 seconds later, Owen Martin would take a pass from Ty Sparks and one time it in for his 24th of the year. So a quick two goals like that, and all of a
I
sudden we're
love
up
it when
three
you score
nothing.
back to back goals that fast. It hasn't happened since last year, basically.
Uh-huh, 100%.
It's nice.
Well,
I feel
it's nice when you're getting it from all sorts of different scorers too. That's the other
exactly.
thing. That
Exactly.
especially come this time of year with the playoffs coming up here, you need that depth scoring to be able to be successful in the playoffs. And the Chiefs had that last year, but we
Right.
we didn't really have that in the early stages of this season. And I think now that we're getting it, I mean, maybe it's just my ego here, but I mean, I wouldn't want to play the Chiefs in the playoffs if
No,
all four lines are
no.
scoring. I
Huh?
think we have five guys that have over 20 goals.
I was going to say, how nice is it to hear a goal announcement and the announcer saying with his 20 something of the year and stuff, where I feel like a month and a half ago, we didn't think we were going to see anybody that had anything in the 20s. And
Yeah,
now a lot of guys are in the low 20s.
well, if you look back to last year, we had, Van Olm had 49, Catton had 40, and Crystal had however many he had. And it was, we got the depth scoring last season and in the playoffs too, but
We did.
a majority of it was coming from that top line. So this year it's nice to see that we have let's see. We have six guys right now that have over 20 goals.
Oh, wow.
Logan Wormold, Sam Oremba, Coco, Marty, Harry, and Sparks. And then Dominic Peter is 16 and Rhett Sather sitting there in
Sneaking in
eighth
there.
with 11th with
Nice.
11 as
Nice.
Kucherov scores again for Tampa.
Not a boy, Cooch.
Um, But yeah, and then Gavin Burkhardt would get a tip of a Brody Gillespie shot 5 minutes after the Owen Martin goal to give the Chiefs a little extra cushion with a 4-0 lead. And that would be all as Ezzy would shut him down the rest of the way and pick up his league leading fifth
His fifth.
shutout of the season. So you love to see that. I mean, he started off the year so hot and then had, a little bit of a cool down period, but he's really picking it back up at the right time late in the season too, just hoping that I can carry over into the playoffs.
I know we talked about it at the games too. Do you think, wondering if he's just more comfortable being the guy in net and not having to wonder all week long if he's going to play
No, the
or
Kraken
if
just answered really quick.
Yard's going to play or something. It's just wondering if he prefers to be the guy.
I think he does. I think he takes it as a little bit of a challenge to like
Challenge.
make himself better.
Yeah.
And it's good to see that
He seems to focus better.
he's thriving right now. And I
Yeah.
think that, yeah, it sucks. I think Linus is a really good goaltender as well. But realistically, just the fact that you have Carter Essler, who's just a 17-year-old guy, not even in his draft year, technically.
Technically,
And
yeah.
he's coming in and he's playing this well, leading the WHL in shutouts with 5 now on the season is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And
On, on a team that's been a 500 team all year long, basically, too. But he's earned every one of those shutouts. Those shutouts are because of him.
100%, yeah.
They are.
And not only that, but I felt like the team really wanted to get him that shutout. They were
It
they were
felt that way,
playing
didn't it?
very well defensively in front of him. They blocked some huge shots late in that third
I was
period
going to say
too.
in that third period, there's blocks, a couple by Coco that stand out to me. That's like they really wanted to get that for him.
Yeah, Coco and Owen Martin had a couple of huge ones as well. So it's good to see that they're, playing a complete 200-foot game as a team and playing defensively minded after, getting the 4-goal lead and just doing the right things. And
Not taking their foot off the gas,
exactly. And that carried over to the next night in Tri-Cities where we just thumped the shit out of Tri-City again.
which always feels good. I know it's not the same as beating Portland, but it feels good to always thump Tri Cities.
It does. And it's good that this game officially gave us a playoff spot and eliminated Tri-Cities from the postseason as well.
Even better.
Um, getting on the board early, Marty with his 25th year, 30 seconds into the first period, and then
A
Chiefs would
quick
get
start.
another couple goals from Harrington and Sparks, both on the power play. Here's a fun note for you.
Okay.
The Chiefs were 3 for 3 on the power play in this game.
That's bananas to me.
Yeah, that power play unit, I mean, it's so good, man.
I still feel like if you take that one couple week stretch out back in, was it early December where it wasn't good basically
Yeah.
for 3 weeks, I feel like it's been very good compared to with the rest of the league.
Oh, I agree completely.
That one bad stretch kind of dropped the percentages down, but I feel like
Hmm.
other than that, it's been pretty good.
Agreed. Yeah, so 3-0 Chiefs after the first. The Chiefs would get another 3 goals in the second period from Burkar, Sarkinov, and then another power play goal from Wormy. That
Sarky and Warm have
Sarkinov
been scoring.
Sarkinov has been a scoring machine the last couple of
He
weeks
has.
too, and so has Wormold. I mean, he's really
Yeah, Warmy
been
too.
good. And then Tri-City would get on the board after that Wormold goal, but late in the third period, Dominic Peter would get his 16th of the year. Um, and then I actually turned it off at that point because we had just been dominating. And then I see
Right.
that Cruz Paveo scored again late in the third, but nonetheless, as he picks up another win and the Chiefs get a 7-2 victory to clinch their playoff spot.
I feel like
Um,
Dominic Peters picked up quite a few goals in February and March for us. I feel like
yeah, Peter a goal and 2 assists in this game. Owen Martin a goal and 3 assists. Marty's been a point guy lately. I mean,
he has.
if he's not scoring, he's getting apples. And
Yeah,
I'm really glad to see that after his rough start to the year, he's really kind of turned it around and became one of our top guys because
he
we
seems to
needed him to
really be
be that
having
guy.
fun. He seems to really be having fun out there. And it's
Yeah.
not just on offense. He's on the back check a lot and does a lot of things.
Well, I really like that line that they have him on right now too.
Yeah,
I think he really fits in well on that line with Sparks and shit, who else is on that line? Peter.
the spark
So
plug.
yeah, exactly.
It
So yeah,
writes
the
it writes itself.
the Chiefs getting outshot in this game 34-27, but Carter Essler just nails yet again. Like I
We
said, 3 for 3 on the power play, 2 for 3 on the penalty kill. So special teams are doing the right things right now as
they
well.
are, and the goaltending is hot. So
I mean, it's kind of a recipe for success when you have all aspects of your lineup playing the way that they are right now.
and we're healthy too going into the
Yeah,
playoffs.
that's the other thing. You look at the injury report that came out today. The only guy that's on there still is Smith Rebin.
Yeah,
Everybody else is out. No more suspensions. No more injuries. I mean, yeah, everybody's healthy at the right time, and
yeah.
I realistically, no matter who we play, if the Chiefs can play their game and play consistent, we're a team that is going to be a challenge for any team come playoffs.
I feel like the first round has the potential to be a long series, regardless of
Yeah,
who it is.
me
Yes,
too. And here's the thing is I'm not necessarily going in expecting us to necessarily win this for the first round series against PG or Kelowna, but I do expect it to go 6 or 7.
right.
I really, really do. And it's just going to be it's the best time of year for a hockey fan. And for me personally, I mean, this is my favorite time of year for a multitude of reasons. You know, you
Right.
got, more daylight during the day. My birthday's here
Your
on
birthday?
Saturday. March Madness starting tomorrow or Thursday. And, the WHL playoffs are starting in a week and a half. And,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just it's a good time of year, and like I said, it's good when your team is playing a good hockey at the right time as
At
well.
the right time for sure. Exactly. Exactly. And I feel like some of the other teams have struggled a little bit down the stretch. Not that that's going to continue, and not that we're guaranteed to have our success continue either. There's no guarantees in life or hockey.
Yeah,
But
no doubt.
on paper it's definitely gelling at the right time for sure. And it's Lauer's got to be feeling good about it too. It's been a long year for him. I feel bad, especially after last year, his first year here.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah, I
been a little bit
agree.
of a trial this year. I mean, I still can't figure out how going into this um, first part of February we were just a 500 team.
Well, I think that 6 game winning streak that we went on really kind of helped boost us
I'm still
our confidence a little
I
bit.
agree, but I'm still shocked that that didn't happen sooner in the season.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, like you were talking about Brad Lauer too, after the success of last year and all the hype coming into this year, not just from, fans and everything too, but from, the league. I mean, we were second ranked team in all of the CHL after the preseason.
With and looking at Preston on our team and thinking we had another superstar and all that. Yeah, this team has changed its identity a lot. And I think it's just taken them this long to find it.
Well, and the other thing that I wanted to bring up was I remember the first 2 weeks of the season, after kind of how we had a little bit of a rough start. I made the comment on the podcast and said it's going to be really interesting come February, March to look back at our roster
To see how
compared
different it
to,
looks.
now compared to what it will be in come
I
February,
remember when you
March.
said that.
And it's like it's drastically different. I don't think any of us expected Mathis Preston to be off this team at the beginning of the
No,
season.
no,
Or I realistically, I didn't expect Caden Allen. I didn't expect Elias Poole to be off the team.
me either.
And realistically, I mean, not to take anything away from Essler, but I didn't expect him to necessarily be the guy this year either.
No, because he had his chances to start the season, it felt like, and it seemed like they were going to alternate back and forth. I feel like the team has changed its strategy a little bit as the season went on, too.
Well, they've
Whether
changed
the,
it for the better too.
whether that was forced or was a plan, who knows? Yeah, they did change it for the better.
And
It's more of a team now.
100%. And to go along with that too, the beginning of the year, I mean, for most of this first half of the season, we had one 20-year-old Noremba, and then
Right?
I think that was a comment that I'd made too. It's like, you wonder what 20-year-olds that we're going to go out and get,
Yeah.
or if we're going to get any of the guys back from last year that were at NHL camps.
I wonder if that was still a hope or a possibility or a probability, or if it was just they didn't know what direction they wanted to go and just kind of wanted to be like us and wait and see how it all played out. I don't know.
Well, and if you go back and think about it too, Wormold, that trade that they made for Wormold, they gave up 3 or 4 draft picks, and yeah, you only get him for half the
Half a
season here in
season.
his 20-year-old year, but I think he's made the biggest difference. You
He's a
saw,
definite spark plug out there for sure.
well, you see the younger guys, like, the guys that struggled early in the year, Harry, Martin, I mean, even Preston when he was here too. When Wormold came in, that all changed.
It did.
I mean, that turned Harrington's and Martin's
Big
season
time.
around. And
Big time.
and then obviously adding Dominic Peter, the veteran Euro, and it sucks having to give up Elias Poole and Caden Allen too, because I think those are two very good players. But I really liked the moves that they made to get those 20-year-olds and the veterans that we needed for this team. And then adding that Sparks trade with Preston. I mean,
That was so good.
we needed that defenseman in Howell, and
We did.
Preston, obviously Preston didn't want to be here. So fact of the matter is We got Vancouver to make that trade, and quite frankly, I think the Chiefs fleeced them.
And you talk about Howell. I thought he had a really great game the other night.
Yeah, he has.
He,
He's
he,
been good.
he was really good the other night.
And the Chiefs getting that first round draft pick this year too is going to be a huge.
Yeah.
I think that was a key piece in that trade too.
I think if Lauer has the opportunity to help build a team, I think this team has success in its
Oh,
future too.
oh, 100%. And with the trades that we made, I mean, we still ended up taking back a few draft picks from those trades with Wormy
Exactly.
and
And I'm going to call a
Peter.
little bit of this the Bardsley magic too,
Yeah,
because
no, absolutely.
Bardsley knows what he's doing. He's got a proven track record.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, what are your kind of final thoughts going into this final 3-3 weekend of the regular season?
Who do we play these last three?
Seattle, try Seattle.
I I would like to think we could beat Seattle twice, but realistically, they've improved a lot too. I've told you that the games we've seen them play, I could see us ending up splitting with them.
Yeah, I could too. I think Tri-Cities is out of it right now. I
They
don't think
are.
we're not going
I
to have any issues there,
No, I don't think so
realistically.
either. I don't think so either. Try the way they used to be
Yeah.
when we used to look forward to going down to games down there because we figured we'd come out with the win.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, I mean,
See,
coming in,
I'm going to put this in record right now on the podcast. In the next year or two, watch out for Seattle. They remind me a lot of their team they had a couple of years ago when they went really big, and we talked about how in a couple of years they were going to be really good, and they were. They feel like they're setting up to do that again.
yeah, I get that vibe too. But realistically, I think all the quiet teams in the U.S. division are going to be teams you're going to have to look out for too.
Right.
I think Wenatchee in a couple years could be
A
something
juggernaut.
too.
Me too.
And
For
I realistically, I want to say that the Chiefs are going to be right up there too.
for us, I would me too. I would for us, I would like to see us get a little bigger.
Hmm.
I feel like we still get pushed around a little bit, with the exception of it's like we don't seem intimidated by Tri Cities or anymore. We can push them around, but I still feel like some of the other teams are a lot bigger than us, and they can push us around. Unless Sarkanoff is out there on the ice, and they tend to back off and stay
Yeah.
clear. When he was suspended for those couple of games, I felt like we got pushed around a little bit again.
Oh, we did for sure. But it's now that he's back, he's one of those guys that can really put the fear in the other team. And I think having guys like Harry and Coco are really big influences with that kind of stuff. The
Me too.
post whistle scrums and
Yeah.
and things like that too. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this final weekend ends up here and where we end up in the first round of the playoffs, whether it's PG or Kelowna. I'm excited either way.
Do you have a preference between those two?
I mean, honestly, I think we played better against Prince George in both games than we did against Kelowna. Kelowna's really given us some fits this year. I mean, I all of
I feel
the Prince
I
George
feel
games, with the exception of that first game up there this past weekend, were one goal
I,
games.
I feel like Kelowna is a more skilled team than Prince George, personally.
Oh, no doubt about it, without a doubt. So I think I would personally rather play Prince George over Kelowna, but either way, it's going to be a hell of a series. And like I said, I think it's going to go 5, 6, 7 for sure.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, really looking forward to it, and I guess we'll next week we'll have to see how this past or this next weekend ended up, and I think we're going to try to get Boiler on this next week to kind of
I would
recap the season
I
and
would
everything
like
like
his
that.
take on things going into the playoffs too. Yes.
Yeah, I think that'll be nice. So I'll be oh, nice goal. Um I'll be in Seattle on Tuesday through Friday next week.
Nice.
So what I'll do is I will probably honestly do the podcast from my phone over in Seattle at the hotel.
That'd be awesome.
next week. So we'll get all that sorted out. But that's pretty much all I got to talk about here.
Sounds good.
All right. Cappy, till next week.
Go Chiefs, go.
Go Chiefs go.